Welcome to AwakenedEssence. I'm Jason Hopkinson. I'm going to give you an overview of the 9-pillar framework because these are the core structures after you do the 4-ingredient overview, that if you keep these in mind and use them, it will help you progress faster with your awakening journey, your job, your hobbies. It builds out the structure, some of the structures that are involved with obviously relationships and all that sort of stuff. Now, structure never changes. It overrules content unless you go to a level of consciousness that is higher where different rules apply, and that's a completely different story. So right now I'm going to cover the 4-ingredient overview, or as I call it at studentsuccesstutor.com and learnwhispering.com, the 4 success ingredients. Those are the 4 things that you need to do, and these 9 pillars are like the structural components of that, and that overrules content. These structures apply at all the different phases of awakening. So most people, obviously when you first start your spiritual journey, you're in phase 1, got it, lost it. Most people don't get out of that because they don't follow the structures and they don't do correct presence practice correctly. Hence this website, learnwhispering.com and studentsuccesstutor.com. It applies to everything in life. The 9-pillar framework applies to the birds, except for blind spots, because they don't have complex consciousness like us. Now in this video, this is going to be the one from learnwhispering.com because I'm talking about the animals, and I'm doing that here for a very simple reason, to keep it simple, really simple. And if you go for the 3 coaching session block, you will get the Learn Whispering course for free as part of that package, because it's section 2 is all about the 9-pillar framework and how it applies to whispering. So it's practical, so you can see how it's applied without any spiritual theory confuddling it up. Okay? Because it's a bit of a stretch. This is all new stuff, and the brilliance of it is when I read or listen to other material by, the top spiritual teachers on the planet, this stuff is totally cooked through it. Like Sadhguru's engineering book is autobiography. All I hear is the 4-ingredient overview and the 9 pillars, like all the way through the book. So for me, in terms of this framework, yeah, success factor 3, ingredient 3 is the rules of evidence, and that is also pillar 3. So that validates what's in this website, and it's concise and accurate. So your other spiritual teachers that you like, you will notice their stuff should fall into this. If not, then you need to ask some questions, either me or them, and then get really specific as to which one is right and how that applies in your life. So what's going to follow again is the whispering one, and during that video I was interrupted by a young little man and his dad, Patrick, and yeah, I had to stop them from interrupting because people just barge up to me when I'm recording, and then I obviously showed them how to do it at the end. So enjoy. Like the cover shot showed for this video, you can expect magic, and it's one of the most incredible skills that you can learn because it teaches you about your neurology, your psychology, how to be aware, how to process information, how to multitask. Takes you into that place of peace and happiness and joy. I'm quite drunk on it at the moment because here we are, hanging out with the birds, hanging out with the animals, and practicing the whispering state, which is a full brain, full body activation, which basically is the same as what's happening here in Melbourne at the moment with the Australian Open. That's where they go to play their tennis, eh? The high performance state. So you can, you know, react in a way that's good for you and good for everything else when you get bitten. Be nice. Hello, darling. Welcome to Learn Whispering. Whispering is a habit. It's something you learn, and it gives you master skills. So how do you do that? So we look at the four, I'll just do a quick overview, the 4 keys to success when a bird doesn't land on your phone. As Arnold Schwarzenegger says, think big. Filming with wild animals is certainly a big thing to do, especially with the masters of chaos. When they land on your gear, they destroy it, they bite it, they make me bleed, they make horrible noises, and then instantaneously they will all vanish. However, they're very smart and they do learn. So, what do you want? What are you going to do about it? You too can master whispering, which will give you emotional intelligence. It can give you literally photographic memory at school when you add in whole brain study skills, techniques, and a bit of academic life coaching with me at studentsuccesstutor.com. So if you want it, you're going to do something about it, you follow the structures. And we get into that with the 9-pillar framework, which is the bulk of what this video is about. Then we measure the results. Not what you think, not what theories are, but the actual results in your life. What are the outcomes? And you put that in your success journal. Go watch that video, that page. Because you're training your volitional attention, makes the feedback loop, so you can improve. And then the results will grow. You will learn to master whatever you apply yourself to. So whispering is just one of many things that this applies to. But if you love nature and you love this planet and you want everybody to be here in 500 years' time, including these guys, the numbers are dropping now because of the trees being chopped down, because of the trees they nest in. Aren't you, eh? And they're very sweet wee parrots. They've got big beaks, but they don't make humans bleed, but they'll show a cockatoo who's boss. So as an overview, the 9-pillar framework is the specific structures that will help you master anything. Because I'll start at number 9 and then I'll go to number 1. Because number 9 is common sense. What you will learn here applies to everything. Study, personal development. You can apply it to your sports, your hobbies. It teaches you about yourself. It'll grow your emotional intelligence so you can have better relationships with everybody. You can cope with stressful things like stressful environments, bad group dynamics, bullies, and I'm an expert on that, at being bullied that is, so I can help you with those strategies and coaching. So you can get what you want in your life, eh? Ingredient 1. So in summary, the 9-pillar overview. Number 1 is the whispering state. Or if you're a student, the learning state. Or if you're an adult, presence. Just here, fully resourceful, able to respond to every situation, as I had my ankle bitten because I didn't follow my usual structure, which is wearing boots. So the whispering state is neurological and psychological. An EEG machine which measures your brain waves. You learn to go into what we call the alpha brainwave state, activates the left and right sides of your brain. We have you in your body, so your body neurology, your other body brains are activated. You got 40,000 brain cells in here, plus your tummy brain, your guts, you know. They always talk about the gut brain in the cop movies for a reason, eh? I'll teach you how to align all 3 brains so you're a lot more accurate than the hunches that the cops have. 3 brains are better than 1, eh? because they all have different functions. So the learning state, the whispering state, and when you're in that, these guys can feel it. These birds do not behave this way with other people in this park. You'll see videos where I grab them and they don't squawk, they don't fly away. I can raspberry kiss them. So as you master that neurological, psychological state, which means you can also work with your emotions and be top performing at whatever you're doing. Then we'll talk about pillar 2. Pillar 2, and it rhymes. Pillar 2 includes all of you, eh, darling? Eh? That includes when you're in a bad mood, when your head won't stop singing that song or has got a negative blah 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 going on inside of it, or when you're feeling, you know, not so good. It includes all of you. And as you do that, because you're going into your learning state, your whispering state, you can contain that. Pillar 3, well, is ingredient 3 in the success, the 4 success ingredients. Rules of evidence. How often, how frequently, how good, or if it's, you know, it's school, how's your grades? Better grades? Did you do better? Or did you try something new and then still stuffed up? But that's still a positive though, eh? Most humans are stuck and they don't like change, which is why this whole planet's now in a state of peril. Because these guys deserve a home too, eh? The 4th ingredient is one of the toughest that most humans certainly do their best to avoid. I call it Law 0. And it's made up of 2 things. Self-honesty. Your internal self-honesty, not how you talk to others. Your internal self-honesty. And self-responsibility, i.e., am I in the mood to do my homework? Am I in the mood to apply for that job? Am I in the mood to go to work? You name it. But it's about feeling inside and choosing to be aware rather than just be in avoidance, in denial. This is the toughie for humans. These guys, because the 9 pillar framework applies to them, and we get into that in the course, these guys live Law 0. They are instant reaction. If they don't like something, they'll squawk, they'll kick, they'll bite, they'll fly away. And if they stay, that means they're okay with it. So you'll see when I do things with the birds, they're okay with it. See, he wasn't okay with it because he's not used to it. But look at this one. I rubbed his back. It's a very vulnerable place for a bird. Isn't it, darling, eh? So if he didn't like it, he'd fly away. Law 0. The same with this koala. Yeah, it's quite a big animal. Hey? Sorry about the light, buddy. See how he's checking me out? Law 0. This is what animals do. See? Curiosity. Having a think. My tree. Let's have a look around. Am I safe? Hey? What about a cuddle? You want a bit of a cuddle? Hey? You're in good nick. You are definitely in good nick. Sorry. Oh, this is hard to do. So, you'll probably shoot up in a second. You're going to shoot up. You're looking up. You can go up. Gorgeous, isn't it? Law 0. Number 5, pillar 5, is the greater part of you. Your unconscious mind takes care of everything regarding your body, your memory, your emotions, how you function. Your unconscious mind can actually control and work with your DNA. It's all of you, and it's your gateway to your inner places, your spiritual places, your religious places, because it's all via your heart. which is unconditional. A baby loves its parents unconditionally until it's highly traumatized. And then you have an ugly teenager on your hands when it grows up, eh? The bulk of us is a 5-year-old. That's why I behave the way I do. That's why I have the birds. That's why I give them childish names. Who's this? Me? Who's this? Yeah, don't bite. That's why I talk to them the way I do. You talk to yourself this way? Hey! You're coming up. You're coming up. I don't think I know this bird. You coming up, buddy? It's all about encouragement. Come on. That's what you need to do to yourself. And talk to yourself like it's your 5-year-old brother, sister, best friend person that you love to bits. You coming up? You coming up? After you bit me, I'm going to make you come up. Positive encouragement. See, he wants to pull my hand across. They're very sneaky. Pillar 6 on the Learn Whispering and Student Success Tutor and my adult development framework is good company, good friends, a good teacher, a good coach, a good community, people that support you and will assist you, because we are what we hang around, eh? That's really important, you know. That's why parents will spend all that extra money to send their child to a good school. And when you've got a good group of friends, you're all happy, and when you're all alone, well, yeah, you can still be happy when you're alone. But if you've got great mates that'll help you out when things get tough, it's really good, eh? Good teachers at school or wherever. Hello, you gonna give me a kiss? Hey? Pillar 6, the external. Pillar 7 is the structure, and that's what the 9-pillar framework is. Structure overrules content. So you learn how to do something properly, the steps, and you repeat it, then you'll get the same outcome. Structure is really important. The structure of how these birds operate. When you understand how a species, how they behave, what's safe about them, what's not safe about them, then you know you can learn to relate to them in a way that you feel calm. Yeah, gentle, buddy. See, he actually bit me before. A little bit of blood. That's all right. It's worth it for the video, eh? As Arnold Schwarzenegger says, get back up. You only fail when you don't get back up off the floor. Within reason, you need to set safe boundaries, eh? That's part of structure. Pillar number 8. Oh, this is a super toughie. Blind spots. These are things that you're in denial about, you know. You know, when someone won't admit that they've done something, or they do a habit and they can't see it. We've all got them, I've got them. That's why you have a good coach or a counsellor or someone. They can help you with stuff so you can move through it. So my coach, supervisor, is always putting the challenging things in my life, and I've got a young little man that's about to interrupt my video. Hey buddy, be still. See, I had to be clear. So just stay there, I'll be with you in a couple. Can you just stand there for a couple of minutes? I need to finish my video. Yeah? And then I'll help you feed the video. I'll help you to feed the birds. So, yeah, boundaries, be clear. Perfect interruption. And it took them a while to hear me, so I had to restate it. So with blind spots, they become wisdom. They become your power tools, your things that will no longer hold you back in your life. And they can be tough, you know, like chronic health conditions, neurological dysfunctions, ill health, trauma. They're tough. So that's where a good coach comes in handy. A pillar 6 thing, good parents, good community, good pastor or rabbi or whatever. Someone that can help you work through those things. Medication if it's required. Now, is all of that pillar 9 common sense or what? Which is also wisdom. And sometimes you earn that. But pillar 9 common sense also applies to this, the whispering state, learning how to relate to nature and look after nature so everybody's here in 500 years' time. Means it's common sense, eh? It's not about me, it's about we. But common sense. It will seem obvious with hindsight. That could be another word for common sense. Hindsight. Yeah, you're a squawky bird. So you'll hear these words and concepts through all of my videos, because as you keep listening to them and you practice them, then you can become the master as well. I'll catch you in the next video if it's still recording. Get off my phone. Do you want to come over? So I walk up to the bench here.
What's your step? Don't trip.
I'll just see who they are. Who is it? Yeah, this one's okay. You guys okay? Right, going to put your hand up next to mine. So did that make sense? Young Patrick got to feed the birds. So now there's the other 9 pages where I break down each one separately, and some of those videos are not listed in YouTube, so you watch it in the website for me and then test it. This all fell out of the Laws of Grace in the Correct Presence Practice course, so it's a bit of a summary. So to make this really practical for you, if you get the 3-session or indeed the 8-session coaching block, I will give you the Learn Whispering course for free. Section 2 in that course is all about the 9-pillar framework, how to apply it in all the different contexts, and also how it applies obviously to whispering. So I'm rubbing his back. He didn't squawk, he actually didn't bite me, and he didn't run away. That's a bit of the spiritual stuff, the advanced whispering state as I call it in the course. So my consciousness goes through his so I can override it a little bit. That's how whispering works, eh? Yeah. So you'll get 3 sessions and you'll get the Learn Whispering course if you want to try it while we do the coaching and help tune you and your practice to make the most of it. So you can see how to practically apply this to your practice while we work out your best approach to using this material and integrating it into what other spiritual practices you use, and start you on the journey of doing correct presence practice correctly, because most spiritual seekers don't, I'm afraid. 30 years of observation have told me this quite clearly. So check it out, sign up, or if you've got a question, pick up the phone and ring me, or send me an email. Speak to you soon. I'm Jason Hopkinson for AwakenedEssence.com. Who's this? Cuddly bird? Eh? Yeah. Sweetie. Hey, not too hard.